I was researching into new games by undiscovered studios, and then this game found me. Never Alone. Kisima Ingitchuna. When I first watched an early trailer and saw a young Alaskan girl joyfully playing with a fox, and I heard the calm, tempered, almost soothing voice of the elder narrating it, there was something enchanting that drew me in, made me want to find out more about the world. Never Alone is a modern reinterpretation of a story handed down by generations of Inupiaq, one of the 12 Alaskan native cultures. It tells of Nuna, a young Inupiaq girl, and her friend an Arctic fox, as they faced an endless blizzard that threatens the survival of her people. She must go on a dangerous quest to the top of the world to see if she can put a stop to it. The game is a puzzle platformer. The perilous snowstorms and sounds of howling wind imbue the game with an ominous sense of isolation. The atmosphere and the gameplay certainly is reminiscent of Limbo, the game about a lost boy searching for his sister in a danger-filled afterlife. But what is unique about Never Alone is the story behind it. The Alaskan natives have a strong oral tradition of passing down their wisdom from generation to generation through their folk tales. These tales also reflect their identity, beliefs, and understanding of the world. However, these oral traditions are at risk of being lost forever. Many Alaskan natives feel the USA's and Canada's colonial policies have threatened their unique languages and history. So the Tribal Council for the Inupiaq people have decided to create a game that can continue to share and celebrate their culture to their younger generation, whilst bringing in profits that can go towards giving opportunities to Alaska's native people. To make sure the game is authentic, the developers, Eline, have worked with Inupiaq elders, artists, linguists, youth, and storytellers, so that it honestly depicts their culture and lives. I had the good fortune to speak with the game's writer, Ishmael Hope.
Can you tell me who you are and what part you have in the game?
My name is Ishmael Hope. My Inupiaq name is Ungaluk, and I'm also Tlingit. My Tlingit name is Kakwask, and I'm one of the writers in the game. One of the main writers.
Okay. What was the inspiration for the game? The idea behind it?
Well, there's actually Gloria O'Neill, who's the chairman of the Cook Inlet Tribal Council, and she had a vision to make a video game that highlights the people. And so we partnered with this company called Eline Media, and then after they started forming that relationship, they called on me as a storyteller, and I joined the team and helped to write it and helped to shape it. And so it's a genuine experience of the Alaska Native people, the Inupiaq people of the northern, the circumpolar region.
When you say genuine experience, what does it reflect on Alaskan life?
Well, we had it inspired by one of the Inupiaq stories, and these stories are just absolutely beautiful and magical and mystical and fun. And so the elders that tell the stories are their wisdom is just amazing. And so we wanted to have this video game that is closely connected to that world. And so you have this story of Nuna, a young girl and her fox friend going on an adventure trying to solve this endless blizzard that's facing the people, and encountering all kinds of things, like as you saw, the northern lights sweeping down trying to take people away, or the blizzard, or the manslayer, or the little people that are incredibly strong, that run across and can get into a lot of trouble.
And what would you describe the gameplay as?
Well, it's a platform. It's a puzzle platform, and so it's one of those traditional puzzle platforms. You know, Mario Brothers, up to limbo. But in our case, it is closely connected to the world. I mean, you're able to go have a narrative story in a puzzle platform. That's why it was chosen. Sean Vesci, the creative director, that's why he chose that. And what I help to do is to make the story come alive in parts throughout, and so people feel connected to what they're playing.
And now that it's near completion, have some of the people who contributed to it, Alaskan people, have they got an opinion of it so far?
They love it. I think the elders love it. You know, our traditional Inupiaq speaking elders. I mean, it's been amazing that they totally embrace it. You know, it's that kind of support and blessing. You know, there's nothing like it. It makes us feel good about what we're doing. It's a real, rich, meaningful experience in a video game. And I would have never expected that kind of thing growing up playing video games.
Ishmael speaks with such passion for the project. He skillfully accommodated the directives of the game design and inflected it with his own unique voice. I was at this year's Eurogamer EGX show in London. I had the chance to get my hands on the game. What made Never Alone stand out was the sense of mood, the lonely journey, and the significance that this is more than just a game. Whilst I don't want to make any clumsy parallels, the threat of the endless blizzard certainly seems like a metaphor for the threat of cultural homogenization. Whilst other games try to bury any signs of ethnicity in them and make them anodyne for the sake of appealing to as wide an audience as possible, here is a game that doesn't just allow its ethnicity to be shown, it celebrates it. This is why the full name of the game is in both English and Inupiat. It's about a people opening up to the world, using a game to communicate to their youth and a larger audience with a world game. Whilst this game has been made by a team of people, it is a story that is personal to an entire culture. In Never Alone, you can play single player as Nuna with the game in control of the fox, or add a second player who controls him. When I played the demo, I was the Arctic Fox, whilst another person was Nuna. We worked as a team to solve puzzles, and it was fun going to her rescue by moving a platform to make it accessible when she got stuck, and vice versa. Although there was some trickiness as we both had to keep replaying a couple of jumps, each of us alternatively messing up a puzzle. But I can see how this could be rewarding for two younger kids, or even two adults, learning how to cooperate. As ever, the journey from a demo to final product is not always as predictable as the movements of the stars in the western sky. Whilst the setting and the origin of the game do give it a richness and authenticity, this alone doesn't guarantee it will be fun to play. The real test will be a full playthrough of the final game, but at this stage, it's got me on board. It's one of the most interesting and unique games to be shown at this year's EGX. And it's the indie game I'm looking forward to playing most this side of Christmas.